All right, we're back up here behind the scenes at the Madison Civic Center State Tournament preview with the senior trio, the starting senior trio here for the Skyhawks. Harmon to my right, Marshall Tully, and Dave Ward down here, and then the handsome guy down there on the end, or that's so they say, John Foster. And, well, boys, your senior years, you know, you guys made it to the state tournament. I know it's not what you guys are wanting, but first tell me, like, how does it feel to be back, you know, get the Skyhawks back to Charleston for the second time in 4 years?
It feels really good to go back, and hopefully this time we don't get beat by 20 first round.
We hope not either. Marshall, what about you, man?
It just feels good to be back in our sophomore year. We went in, had to play the number 1 seed Wyoming East, and got beat by like 65. They killed us. It was ugly.
Yeah, it happens, man.
That was a tough game.
Learning experience, right?
It's my first time there, so I think it's gonna be pretty fun. And I hope to win it.
Maybe you're the missing piece this time, right?
Maybe.
Well, let's keep it here with you, Dave, and let's talk about down the stretch. Every time the Skyhawks struggled to shoot from outside, we're talking Tulsa, Tug Valley, and in the Sissonville game, you was able to find easy buckets in transition. And when I say easy, you made them look easy. I'm talking about pulling up on threes on transition. Now, is that something that you guys practice? That you go in, you shoot that shot pretty consistent?
I do when I'm playing around, but I don't practice because Coach gets mad every once in a while. But when I'm just out playing, I pull up and just try to work on that stuff.
Okay, all right. So I know a couple times there in the Tug Valley game, you hit 3 or 4 in a row. You made it look real easy, and I promised myself I was going to ask you because it looked really good. So.
Guards would penetrate, and I'd get open shots, and it's a lot easier like that.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
All right, Marshall, you're looked on here as this team as the defensive specialist, and so we've talked with you previously, when you were a player of the game, about how important it is that you work on both your offense and defense. So, how's it going to feel going to the state tournament knowing that you're going to be getting the state's best offensive scorers, in AA? Any extra pressure?
No, not really. I went up against the best AA players this year. I went up against Jason Cuffey from Polka, Copley from Tulsa, the kid from Bluefield, which is very quick, Morgan from Wyoming East. This ain't going to be no different.
Okay. So, again, just that schedule this year, things that you guys more prepared than maybe what you guys were a couple years ago?
Our schedule was pretty tough this year. We went a few weeks in a row playing the number 2 seed people in the state, and some of those teams aren't even in it no more. So, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. I like it.
Well, you talk about fate, Tony. As we'll move on down, we'll ask Harmon. Now, in the last 2 weeks of the season, you guys went down to Point Pleasant. And you laid an egg. That was straight out of Coach Kingery's mouth. Is there a little bit of revenge on the table? Is that what's brewing here?
Yeah, I think it'll make us play harder. Sometimes getting beat makes you see what you need to do.
That's right.
Nothing like a little reality check every now and then, right? Humbling experience, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, last time you guys went up, you guys were the 8 seed. Now, this time you guys are ranked top 5 in the state, and you guys got the number 2 seed. How much different is it being with that shoe on the other foot, being one of the favorites compared to being the team that just snuck in with the 8 seed?
It feels a lot better than being one of the teams that they're not going to get very far. We're going to make sure they get beat the first round.
All right, yeah. Marshall, what about you, man? You said you were here during sophomore season, right?
Yeah. Feels pretty good. We never even been seeded above the 7 seed, I don't think. Last time I remember, we've always been an 8 seed. It feels pretty good to be up on top.
Absolutely, yeah. Life's good up on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep it right there, Marshall. Talk to us about the ankle because you've had some trouble with it. Update us on the ankle.
It's weak. It's not 100% yet, and hopefully be ready by Wednesday. But I played in our regional game and. It kind of hurt. I couldn't jump off of it very well, but I've been going to therapy and getting it worked out. It'd be nice and hopefully be ready.
Okay, good. Glad you're on the right track.
All right, and Dave, from where you weren't a part of this, the sophomore team, do you think that maybe you're a little worried about maybe being overwhelmed, stepping out in the Civic Center for the first time?
No, I just look at it as like a good experience, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to be nervous about it because then more than likely you're not going to play good.
Well put.
We talk about being nervous now. There's a layoff from the regional game to the state tournament. We're looking at a 5 to 6 day period. Has anybody? I mean, are they coming up to you in the town? Is anybody saying anything to you? I mean, any added pressures, nervousness? I mean, because it's obviously something that's not done all the time here. You know, and you guys are groundbreaking gentlemen. You know, what's the community and the fans stuff saying to you?
I've been getting a lot of good looks and like good games from past games, and they seem to be behind us, and just going to give you more confidence.
Absolutely, Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. Like, this town ain't used to this stuff. I mean, we're not very good in basketball sports in past histories, but I mean, everybody's taking pride in what we're doing here now.
Oh, good, absolutely. We're behind you. We know that.
Justin, what's been the reception at the schoolyard, man? Literally being the big man on campus.
A lot of good looks, and thanks for getting us out of school.
Any extra phone numbers from the girls, man?
Nah.
He's keeping that one up his sleeve.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell him even if I did. I ain't gonna lie. I'd keep that on the rack.
He's thinking, man, this is going on the internet. Like, I ain't gonna say that.
I can't let Becky know I got Jenny's number.
Oh man. Well, guys, you know, from us, congratulations. You know, we're so glad that you guys made it, and we'll be in Charleston supporting you now. We got the game time, right? It's Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday at 1. Okay. All right. So everybody need to come out and support. Maybe the Charleston Civic Center, be the Scott Skyhawks versus the Point Pleasant Big Blacks.
The Big Blacks.
Yeah, Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Congratulations to you boys once again, and hopefully your senior year ends up with you guys are sizing up some rings, but first up for you guys, revenge against the Big Blacks, Cardinal Conference foe. And best of luck to you guys, and thank you for stopping by here on wvsportsnet.com.
Your sports voice of the Valley.